Going live now. You're live. G'day, folks. I think we're back up. Hang on. Let me get the Australianism going back again. Let's get the hat going on and a bit of Australianism. Right, someone give me a thumbs up, thumbs down if you can see and hear me in the chat. That'd be terrific. Looking for those thumbs up from Fesman and DBD there. Come on, boys. There we go. Ryan Fritzelli, all good. And guess what? I've got Jess on the chat. Say hello, Jess.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Hold on 1 second. Let me delete out of that. I was trying to pull up the stream myself to make sure it was working. What's up, guys? Can you guys hear me?
Thumbs up if you can hear Jess. Give us a Jess thumbs up. You should be able to, because, yep, DVD saying, yep. Yes, Jess.
Okay, now we can share it.
Yeah, now we can. Right, just give me a moment. I'm going to share this around the houses. If you want to get hold of your mates as well and let them know that we're we got this going now, that'd be terrific. Get that in there. And then I need to reply to that. Reply with one of them. Then I can take collective, let them know. And join at own risk and let them know. Tell you what, this computer doesn't like this much going on at once, though.
Well, I'll share them if you want me to.
I've almost done them now. I've done the lurker, so that does most of them. Andrew, is this thing on? Yep. Yeah, I've given the hamster a couple of... Given the hamster a can of Red Bull and a line of Pro Plus, and he's working his backside off now. So I think that's everyone shared. If it's not, you'll get the message eventually. Right. Good day, everyone. Welcome to the BBTFRG channel. Tech talk, tree talk thing. Where that's hamster abuse. Pro Plus brings. So yeah, I think we've managed to crack it. I believe. So yeah, the Australianism. What do we think? Obviously, I'm losing that bet to Polly. I've had to go kind of full on Antipodean for this season. So as you can see, we've got the little flags there on the stream itself. We can turn them on and turn them off as we like. We got the flag in the background, and we got Bruce the critter. Oh, got me drinks in the way. Drinks in the way of Bruce. Got me drinks. There we go. Bruce the critter with sporting his Australian flags, and we got a lot more Australianism to come this season. So yeah, man, surfs up with the live surfing classes later this season.
I was about to say I will not be doing Australian because I would butcher it. So you have to deal with Southern for me.
Where's JP?
At least for
so this is totally on me. JP is there in the background. He was he was supposed to. Well, he was on stream with me, but because my Wavelink software decided to play up, I had to reboot the PC. Except it's not a PC; it's a Mac, which takes forever to reboot. So he's had to kind of crack on with work, but he is there in the background. I'm sure as soon as he gets the opportunity to jump on and shout hi, he will do. I know he said he'd be listening, so I'm sure he's around there somewhere. Andrew says it's funny, Martin, because that's exactly how I should expect JP to look. This is exactly how JP looks, to be honest. We got a Fritz Life Adventure sighting in the chat as well. What's up, Fritz? Giving James B. Coogan the love there. So, yeah, that's, well, I suppose we should really give a shout out now to the chat. I know there was loads of you in here before, and absolutely loved the fact that you were hanging on for me to come back live. So, you know, huge shout out to all of you I really appreciate the fact that you were just waiting around for me to eventually get my act together, which we have done now. So, Fezman, DBD, Ryan, Fritzelli, welcome to the chat, guys, and James B. Coogan, Andre 44. Tiago Rookie, what's up, my friend? I'm reasonably busy tomorrow, but if you do get the time to send me a message, we'll see what we can do. I'm intrigued to know why I don't need a separate GPU, but we'll deal with that on a private chat tomorrow. Ryan, DVD, we've got 12 gauge in there as well, and Apex Prey. We've got the Stream Elements bot running as well. Why Stream Elements in there? That should be okay. That's something I need to look at. Oh, yeah, it's great. Ben Washbrook, OG Hellcat as well. Mojo Jojo, Fritz Life Adventure. Fritz is an imposter. Nah, Fritz is the man. OG man. Apex Prey, it's an omen to the season. Yeah, I think it might be. Well, let's not. Is that Jason? It's funny actually, because Jason Donovan might be putting in an appearance later this season. So might Kylie. You need to watch out for that. We might even be reviving a few Australians from beyond the grave later this season. So, stay tuned if you don't want to miss out on all of that fun. Right, Martin, give me the good news, says Johnny Dash. The good news is that we're working again. Oh, Dre Dog, man, coming in with a $4.99 super chat there. Big shout out, respect to you, Dre Dog. Really appreciate that. How long do you reckon you'll keep the accent going for, says 10 Ton Hammer. Well, how long do you think I can keep it going for, man? Ben Washbrook coming in with £1 as well. Thank you very much, Ben. Very much appreciated, mate. I'll keep going with the accent as long as I can. Sometimes it gets a little bit tricky, but it's one of the easier accents to do. I wish Polly was here now because I could really banter with that chap right now. But we'll keep going with the accent for a good while yet, I reckon. When you get a sore throat, says Ben. No, that's fine. I'll just wash the sore throat away with some 4X, mate. I've got a few stubbies down here on the floor that I can throw down my neck when it all gets a bit dry. And obviously, I've got Jess on chat to take over. Right then. Shall we get to this? Shall we call up the tech tree and we can see what's going on? So we need to jump over to that screen there. And as long as all this is working as it should be, we need to call up that one there. Okay, so I did have all this sorted, but obviously... There we go. There's the tech. There we go. We got the tech tree right up. Perfect. Don't give a 4X, says that says James B. Coogan. Jess says he smokes too much to do decent accents. I will get a sore. I'm not sure I'll get a sore throat, to be honest, mate. I've got it well lubed up today, and it's been a pretty good day all in all. The missus and I, we went into town earlier. We booked ourselves a holiday. Well, it's more like a 50th birthday present, to be honest, for me next year. We're going to the Dominican Republic next summer. So really looking forward to that one. So it's been a hell of a day so far, and hoping to top it off with a ripper of a stream this evening. So let's, I used to do accents at my old job, almost got me fired because apparently it's racist. Okay, right, okay, back to normal accent just for a minute. I do not mean to cause offence with this. It's all, so if anyone out there takes offence, then I don't know, tune out. We've finally got the stream bots finally caught up with the donations, so thank you very much appreciate. Just don't leave the resort. Okay. No, it's a big resort, so we're looking forward to that. We got Click in there as well. He's speaking with a Chinese accent. Sorry, mate, do you want to get a word in edgeways? There's me rambling away. Go on.
Yeah, what's up, guys? What do you guys think about the tree so far? I think there's a lot of things. I think I told people completely wrong from what a lot of people are saying go today. So I think there's a lot to discuss, a lot to break down, and a lot to talk about. I think there's a lot of meat left on the bone as far as like what we're gonna do.
It's all right. Just reading Apex's. It's the worst French accent ever. Ben Washbrook coming in with another £1 super chat. Very much appreciated, Ben. Thank you so much. Yeah. So what? Right. Okay. Slip in and out of the accent now. What's your plan? What's your thoughts for the first sort of start of the season?
Andre. Yeah, I think so I've been debating. I know there's been a big joke. Everybody's kind of like top or bottom, bottom or top. You know, initially I was thinking if we can only get 2 nodes, which we can, 34 keys. I just thought that Flare greatly outweighs GBE because we can't upgrade GBE. And then TD is a game-changing node in comparison to TH. And so I thought those two versus the GB and the TH, I just thought the Flare and TD were just kind of a no-brainer. The problem is when you think long-term, when you think TH to keep the troops alive and Flames to kill the troops, I think the top becomes a better.
Could I?
Sorry, I just saw all that stuff in the stream.
Yeah, could I just stop you there because I want to give I'm going to bounce back over here, Matt. I want to just give a massive love and respect to you, Apex Prey, for bouncing out 10 BBTFRG memberships there. So Ryan, you get a membership. Tiago, you get a membership. Click, you get a membership. Andre44, you get a membership as well. Sil S was also given a membership, as was Ronza Kappa Moments. McLovin gifted a membership by Apex Prey. Tiago, Rookie, and Ryan, they're coming in with the appreciation. So huge shout out to you, Apex. Thank you so much for giving these guys their memberships for a month. Really appreciate that. So we're going to bounce back to the tech tree now. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, you're thinking, Johnny Das, Martin, do you know my ninja plan? I don't know your ninja plan, but if you type your ninja plan on the screen, we'll read your ninja plan out. So you're thinking then now top path, yes? You're thinking about troop health and the flamethrowers over the flare and the DVD, yeah?
So I'm thinking get to Flames first, and then potentially pivot for the flare, and then I've even heard like Doom and others say maybe you get everything in 2 before going 3. Not everything, like maybe leave out the sniper towers, but I've heard some people say that. So it's either bottom path, top path, or top path plus flare.
Fair enough. Johnny Das, my ninja plan is heavy rushing with brick. That's fair enough, but I think you've got to get to heavies and brick first, and there's a fair bit of tech in the way. Now, obviously the biggest, shout out to Evil Beaver in there as well. The biggest problem that we've got this season is not starting with all those extra keys and all those extra that we'd normally have on a regular season, which is why I think we're probably discussing staying at 2 for a while, isn't it?
I still think you want to get 3 fast because Warriors are just going to dominate. But I think there's some really good tech in 2ER.
I think the thing is, if you're going to kind of go to Warriors, then obviously you're going to want to save some of those tokens for upgrading the Warriors. You want to save some of those tokens for upgrading the Warriors, and that's going to leave you a little bit short on maybe troop health or troop damage, or maybe even leaving you flamethrowers sat there at tick 3 possibly. So it's
Alcor, DC Civic, welcome guys.
Yeah, cheers guys, welcome to the DC Civic as well, welcome to the live stream. Falcor, yo Martin and everyone, we're straightened out. Aussie indeed. Aussie. I know Polly would be right proud of me right now. So yeah, I think that I think this season is it's going to be tricky balancing those keys and tokens at the start of the season. I
That's why
feel
we have the calculator. No,
indeed that is why we have the calculator. I've got the calculator on call right here. If anyone wants me to bring it up, if she's just no, I have it's something. I've got it here. Just give me a sec. It's something that I had to bring that back.
I was going to just answer Loco's question. He said, I feel like Sniper Towers is a mini vacuum to avoid early, and I would agree with that. I would actually say if you're going to get a defense in 2 ER, and it has, and you know, we're going to get flames, but if you're going to get a second defense in 2 ER, I would get mortars before I got Sniper Towers. But I have my order of unlocks, but they're probably slightly different. I have my order of unlocks. I have officially decided where I'm going and what I'm doing. So yeah, I think to each their own.
I just want to give a
But I'll
massive
share.
massive shout out to Click as well for the subscription there, my friend. Cheers, mate. Thanks for subscribing to the channel, and you can expect plenty more of this silliness as the season goes on. We'll jump back now to the tech tree over here. Oh, there we go. Look, we got Skippy putting in a quick appearance on the tech tree as well. How's that? What's up, Skip? How you doing? There he goes. So yeah.
No, I was just going to answer Fritz real quick. I think if you're getting warriors, it won't even be iron chest to get warriors. I think rank 5 or 6, depending on if you go top or bottom, rank 5 or 6 gets you to warriors.
Okay, yeah,
I believe.
You mean in terms of leveling up?
Yeah, I think you have to get to rank 6 to be able to unlock 3 or to be able to get to warriors.
Yeah, I think
so you don't really have to worry about iron.
I think I'll make you right there. I think it is rank 6 for 3 ER and then rank 7 for the warriors.
Yeah, first hour, Fritz. Think first hour. It's gonna be a mad dash straight out the beginning. So people are gonna be in rank, 12 by the first hour. So, things are gonna move quickly. People are gonna separate pretty quickly.
This is assuming that we don't hit any technical difficulties. Well, I'm hoping that I've had the technical difficulties already. I guess in Australia it's the kangaroos that cross the street. Yep, it is. And we've got our own kangaroo crossing the street. As you can see, there he goes. Skippy will be making plenty more appearances on the stream this season. Do we need to start at the beginning with a new restart in the morning? We will be starting at the beginning. Everyone should be starting from rank 1. It should be rank 1 with zero keys, but there might be a little issue that means that a few people will be starting at level 1 with possibly 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 keys. Nothing that 1, 2, 3, 4 stars. What's with the Irish accent? Are you copying JP? What's up, Falcor? So yeah, there might be. It's just a small issue that Supercell have warned us creators about. That there might be a few people that start with 1 or 2 stars. They didn't want to kind of mess with it and risk messing up the whole season. But I think if you finished last season in Wood, which I'm sure none of you did, then you might find yourself getting a few extra stars at the start of this season. Crom Howard in the chat.
I think he was talking about pros and cons on starting it like as soon as the season starts versus like waiting.
Ah, okay, I'm with you. Sorry, I took that out of context a little bit. Yeah, so
I think that's what he was asking was because we're all starting at rank 1, is it going to be good to start when everybody else starts as soon as it opens up, or should you let it kind of breathe?
What do you think? I know what my thoughts
I
are,
think
but
there's pros and cons to both. I know that some people can do it right when we start, and it's going to be a lot of traffic. But because it's a base race meta, things are going to be really fast. Matches aren't going to last long. So people should separate pretty quickly. But there's also a pro to waiting. By waiting an hour, you know what the defined meta is. Where to go and what not to unlock. And so I think there's pros and cons for both, definitely. What's up, Kron?
I'd have to agree with you, mate. I think that I think that if you get going first when the season starts, I think that you're going to be at a fairly heavy advantage because you're going to be pushing on with the rest of them. But as you said, if you kind of give it half an hour, 15, 20 minutes, and wait to see what the majority are doing, you're not going to waste any of those precious keys and tokens. In unlocking things that you're not necessarily going to need. Flare being a big one. Are we going to need flare or not at the beginning? Is it going to be more important to get to warriors? Because if you dump the flare, you can get warriors a little bit sooner. So really, it kind of depends on what that ultimate meta is, and you're only going to know that by letting those top guys kind of streak out in front. So we'll have to see what happens there. I think everyone's talking about getting TD and Flames in 2. It leaves a good window open to get to Brick earlier by the bottom path. I think everyone seems to be talking about getting Brick early rather than going for Kavan, which is, I'm assuming that's because of the boom cannons there. So you'll go Warriors, Critters, boom cannons, building health, Brick. I know some people talking about going to get the heavies as well.
I know there's a second path that was brought up today, I think, with Stoneheart and Kaiser and those guys of top path with Flare, unlock Warrior, go to Critter, and then after Critter, go down to Boom Mines DBD, then go up to Boom Cannons. And whether you need the offense or the defense, then either get Brick or BH first, which was kind of like, I think, a defensively heavy path. I think that they threw up as like a defensive path. Now, I'm still going to go bottom path on my mini. I'm still very much in the idea that Flare and TD might be something. So I'll try that on my mini and, go with the flock on my main.
I think most people are kind of set that they'll be following this sort of path to start with, round to the Flames, and then it's going to be a question of just holding fire. Maybe seeing whether the brave that go on to Warriors from there have got a better advantage, or whether coming down through Flare and TD is the smarter bet. If you get it right and you're in that lead pack pushing on through 7, 8, 9, 10 through to 12 and 13, then obviously you're going to be looking at Critters, and this is probably the next point at which you're going to have to make a decision over which way to go, whether you go boom mines or whether you go boom cannons. Again, I'm sure that lead pack will probably separate when they split here. I tend to feel, I suppose it depends on what the meta is. If Warriors are winning, then probably boom mines are a smarter bet. But I don't know. It's hard to know exactly what to do. I still think Chicken has the right idea. Let's just skip Rifleman and go straight to Warriors. I thought that was a genius plan when I heard that. Just ignore the only troop that's available to you, and somehow collect ERs until you've got enough for Warriors. Yeah, I'm not sure that was too well thought out, but Chicken's bold and he likes to do things a little bit different. So, why not give it a go? If you've got a third or fourth account, it might be worth a laugh.
The reason that you would waste the keys on the GBE Fez is because the TH and the Flames are the difference maker, and that's a direct path to them. Because you're gonna have to spend keys. Martin, or I was trying to look at the total cost for GB and the total cost for sniper towers. Both of those are kind of key vacuums. Like, yes, we'll need both, but both are not necessary. So you're gonna have to unlock one.
I think, yeah, like Jess says, they're both key vacuums, but obviously the GBE is 4 keys less of a vacuum than the sniper towers. And also the GBE is going to be more useful early. I think you've got med kits there as well, which if you've got that extra bit of GBE, you can blanket the rifles there with med kits. That's going to help. Med kits are going to help the warriors as well. We get critters, you're going to have that GBE for the critters as well. And also, whichever hero you pick up in the first instance, whether it be Brick or Kavan, you're going to have the GBE there for them as well. So I think it probably makes more sense to go that route. I think the GBE is going to be of more use early on than having sniper towers. But, you know, it's warships. You pays your money, you takes your choice. And
Yeah, and Fez, I understand the bottom route, but with the TD, just think about it. If you don't have TH, we're not going to be able to upgrade much. So you're going to upgrade TH and TD a couple ticks. That TH will keep your troops alive because you're free clearing. Now, if we were rushing heavies straight to the ERs, it would be a different thing. You know, TD would be more of an advantage because the heavies last longer. The problem is we're using rifles, not heavies. And so the rifles die really fast to machine guns and flames. So that little extra TH plus those flamethrowers on your deck, even if it's tick 2, tick 3 flamethrowers, make so much more of a difference than the sniper towers that it becomes that way.
Justin James just in the chat. I'm just going to pop back over to this scene. Justin James in the chat there, acknowledging the fact that there's another Aussie in the house. There is. It's me. I will this season be honouring you Antipodeans for your victory in the Ashes in the summer. That's how this has come all about. For those of you that don't know, Polly had a bet with me in the summer about the cricket. For you Americans, cricket is just like baseball, except with tea and rain. And prawn sandwiches as well occasionally. So James Justin, yeah, there's an extra Aussie this season. Jump back over to the tech tree. I tend to feel that path there with the kind of going that way to get the tech in 2ER makes more sense. And skipping the sniper towers till later probably makes more sense than going the other route and skipping the GBE. On the assumption that we're going to want TD and TH as early as possible, which I think we probably will. Now, whether that comes before or after Warriors, that's debatable. Just very quickly, with regard to the opening troops and your opening upgrades, we got 520,000 tokens. Something tells me that Martin lost the bet. Yep, I well and truly did. Ironically, it's the rain that actually cost me the bet, because had it not have rained in Manchester on the fourth test, we would have won the series, and I'd have made myself a pretty pot of cash. But it did rain in Manchester, and subsequently I lost the bet. So there you go. Yeah, as I was saying, 520,000 tokens at the start of the season. How do we think we're going to spend those before we've even unlocked anything? What's the thoughts there?
Definitely rifles and landing craft, 4-4, and then drop your troops.
So we're not giving any love to any of the defenses whatsoever, no?
No, because you have just enough to go 4-4, to go 4 landing craft, 4 rifles.
Yeah, you can either go max and 3, or in either way round. So max landing craft 3 rifles, or max rifles 3 landing craft, or you can go 4-4. I just wonder what people's thoughts were on how they're going to start. Cleek pointing out players will have limited tokens and keys. That means flamers will not have high enough tech Warriors will be okay. Well, Warriors will only be okay if you max them out. And like you pointed out, without those keys, without those tokens, then, you're not going to have max Warriors. So it's kind of relative, really, as to whether your Warriors are maxed or your Flamethrowers are maxed and which one you max first. I asked earlier and missed the answer. Won't Warriors get roasted without smoke and shocks? You got medkits on the deck. You got troop health. I don't know if they'll get roasted. They might get a bit barbecued, but hey, no one loves a barbecued warrior more than us Australians. So throw another warrior on the barbie. That's what I say.
With Tick 4 landing crafts, you're only going to be missing one warrior. So I think the Tick 4 landing craft makes sense. I've kind of worked up the upgrades in my head on my path. But like I said, everybody's paths are different. But I think as soon as you get Tick 4 rifles, Tick 4 landing craft, then you focus on D until you get to 3. Then you worry about the warriors. Leave the critters alone. Critters only matter at rank 1, rank 3, and rank 5. Or tick 1, tick 3, and tick 5. If you can't go tick 3, leave it at tick 1. If you can't go tick 5, leave it at tick 3.
Mr. Boom,
and then move forward.
Mr. Boom there in the chat as well. He says he was late to the party. Hello, everyone. To be honest, mate, you missed a right shit show at the top of the hour, so I wouldn't be that disappointed that you're that late, but yeah, welcome to the stream. Say we kind of have only just got started. So yeah, that's the Warriors, and then obviously, whichever way you kind of go to those. I mean, I personally was going to use my first time chest to rank up to tick 5 landing craft and tick 5 landing craft and tick 5 rifles. Maybe now with the talk of the Warriors, I might just go tick 5 landing craft, leave the rifles at 4, so that I've got a bit more to put into my Warriors. Obviously, I'm got some numbers to run through the calculator at a later stage. I left everything a bit last minute this season, as I normally do, because I spend all the time putting the bloody calculator together, recording sneak peeks and the like. But yeah, so on to critters, as Jess said, we tend to leave critters alone until we can get them to at least tick 3. And this is where we're going to have the choice, boom mines or boom cannons. Which way do we go?
Trying to pull up the necessary cost, but I think it depends on, do you want to go offensive or do you want to go defensive? If you want to go defensive, you're going boom mines DBD. If you want to go offensive, you're going boom cannons brick. But the boom cannons brick is almost 26 keys. Yeah, 26 keys more to go boom cannons brick than it would be to go DBD and boom mines. But you got to make sure that the boom mines, the DBD, the flames, the machine guns, and the cannons are what you focus on. So you got to have a mindset. It's either got to be offensive or it's got to be defensive. With the shortage on tokens, you can't play the in-between game this season, I don't think. You can't, just ride. You gotta pick one and go with it, I believe.
So this is the point at which we're kind of going to have to commit to offense or defense, I think. Whoever is talking now slightly reminds me of Tom SC555. That was Jess in the background there talking. I suppose you do sound a little bit like Tom. God rest his soul. It's some honour to be compared with Tom, I guess, mate. So, MB, keep it fun. Nice to see you in the chat as well, mate. Thanks a lot for joining us. Much appreciated. Yeah, exclamation mark Tom. It's something that I need to add to the new Streamlabs on my channel. I really should get around to that. But yeah, we miss you, Tom. We miss you, Tom. Sleep easy, brother, wherever you are. Yeah, that's what I think. Offensive players should just go bottom path. You'll need to commit to getting brick before the defensive guys fill all the D.
Yeah, I think what would be better for us, Martin, is if we do an offensive path to show people and a defensive path to show people. I think having
Let's get
I
rid of
think
all
that
these.
might be a good thing.
So what are we saying? The offensive path. Oh, let's increase the brush size a little bit. The offensive path is going to kind of come down to flare. We're going to go across TD, sniper towers, up warriors, critters, up to boom cannons, and potentially dropping back for building health. Have you got the stream running live at the moment? Can you see what I'm doing on the screen? Okay.
Yeah. And then it would be brick. To get out of 3, you would have to do tick 5, max landing craft, tick 4 cannons, tick 4 machine guns, max rifles, tick 1 flare, tick 3 TD, tick 3 sniper towers. That would get you out of 3 ER.
Is building health going to make that much difference with warriors?
Yes, it will. The first building health, especially the first building health, the first TH, the first DVD, the first TD, those are huge. After that, they kind of drop off in effect, but BH and TD still matter. It just depends on what troop you used, but yeah, BH matters. Yeah, no, not yeah, definitely Tiago. We're not gonna max it at the start. I'm just saying tech wise to get out of 3ER, you're going to end up having to max your landing craft, go 4 on the cannon, go 4 on the machine gun, 1 on the flare, 3 on the TD, 3 on the sniper tower to get out of 3. I was just doing a quick rundown, so if people hear it back.
Are you using max warriors there as well, or tick 4 warriors, or?
Yeah, I would definitely max the warriors when I got a chance as soon as I could. But then you leave the critters at 1.
Well,
You put some. That's when you get the tokens for it, though. I think.
Obviously, Cron has come up with a very valid point, and that is getting the 300 tech requirement to get to 3R in the first place. I'm not sure if anybody's looked that closely at that. I mean, I don't know if
that's what I was just doing when I said tick 5 on the landing craft, tick 4 on the cannon, tick 4 on the machine gun, 1 on the flare, 3 on TD, 3 on sniper tower. That gives you the 300 tech.
That gives you the tech, does it? Because I've not put those numbers into the spreadsheet yet.
Yeah, so that's why I was calling it out initially in case anybody that was going straight offensive. I just knew it from last night because Kron was on my stream and we were talking, and we came up with that was the cheapest way to get to 300 tech. So
yeah, I crashed out pretty early last night. I've got to admit, I didn't make your stream. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. You're good. But I think after brick, you have to really think about it. I think green mines are an auto unlock because the first person to green mines is really going to be riding high, especially versus, everybody using warriors. But I think after green mines, you have to think, is there really anything right beyond 4 that I really want? Or do I want the boom mines and do I want the boom mines and the DBD? So I think it's going to be a really good. There's a lot of those moments in this tree where you have to be like, okay, top or bottom, or then top or bottom again, or do I go back or do I go forward? Because there's not really anything right beyond 4 that's like screaming like, hey, come get me. There's no bombers. There's no critter launchers. There's no RLs, shock launchers, or anything sky shield. Not right past 4, and so it's there's less of an emphasis to immediately go there this season. What's up, Kawa?
Hey, we got a Poing sighting in the chat. Not seen you around these parts for a little while, Mr. Poing. Welcome back to the live stream. Really appreciate you joining in. What's up, Martin and Jess and all? Says Kawa. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Kawa. Mr. Poing probably wondering who this Aussie is here on the channel. Well, Mr. Poing, it's me. You remember that bet I lost? Well, Polly's cashing it in right now. So, yep, you got the Aussie bull for the rest of this season. Back over to the tech tree. Someone just asking, was the calculator pinned in the collective? I'm not sure it was, to be honest.
It wasn't, but I'm going through right now to pin it.
You're just okay. Where's the dingo, mate? The dingo's asleep on the rug. I'm sure the bloody dingo will be along at some point in time this season. But yeah, dingo's asleep on the rug at the moment, so I don't want to disturb him. Otherwise, maybe maybe a dingo ate your baby, eh? Do you want to get the screen recorder out? Record that. We'll do it again for you. Maybe a dingo ate your baby. Just watch the Aussie versus Wales in the rugby. Mr. Poing, hello all. So yeah, who was it? Who was it that asked? Someone back there up there in Mr. Boom asking, was it? Yeah, no, it's there. It's around. I think Jess is just going. If he hasn't pinned it already, he will pin it. But if you scroll up, I'm sure you'll find it there. I know I certainly posted it. And if you can't find it, then just bung me a private message after the stream and I'll send you your own personalised copy for you. I'm fired up about this tree. Makes me think could be Max Verstappen. Okay. And if you go back for anything on this path, it would be Flames. Then BH, I was thinking. That's the one thing, yeah, I think that Flames and BH are probably more important than maybe Flair and TD. It's a tough one which way you go. Let's call this back up. There we go. It's pinned now. Oh, Mac 10. Huge shout out to you, my friend, with a $10 super chat coming in, just popping in to support. Love all the content and tips from everyone. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Absolutely, my friend. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. I might even put that, get that on the old get that on the old stream deck down here. I'll say the only thing we've really got at the moment is Skippy coming in there. The little appearance across the bottom of the screen. Like I said, Skippy will be making plenty more appearances before now and the end of the season. I'm sure we can find some sort of koala to go on the stream as well if we look close enough. Maybe even a diamondback. Mr. Poing, what the fudge? Yeah, there'll be plenty of silliness like that, Mr. Poing. To be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed that that Only Me's not here, because I got something real special for Only Me when Only Me rocks up. Say my stream deck, my new toy that I've got here. We've got all sorts of, just at the press of a button, we can do things like this.
Okay, hear me out here. What does a bull, a ballerina, and a meerkat all have in common? They all use code BBTFRG.
That's right, folks. Don't forget to use code BBTFRG in the shop when you're buying your instant trainer for next season. Talking of instant training, I suppose at this point we should mention that Supercell are giving us 3 days worth of instant training at the start of the season. It won't be for free this time, but you will be able to purchase it with diamonds. So it's going to be 100 diamonds for 24 hours. Thank you, Mr. Poing. Huge shout out to you. It's going to be 100 diamonds for 24 hours worth of instant training. And there'll be 3 of those available to purchase during the first week of the season. So once we finished here, you should probably drag your ass over to the crab and make sure you've got at least 300 diamonds for your 3 days worth of IT at the start of the season.
But just to clarify, that is only 3 days, because I know some people were saying you could use your diamonds as much as possible and get as many days as possible. But I know from what I've heard, it's only 3 days max.
Yep, I've read it in Slack. That's the application we creators use, and it is 3 days, only 3 days worth. 3 purchases of 24 hours for 100 diamonds a go. There is only 3 of those, and they will only be available for the first 7 days, as Mr. Poing is quite rightly pointed out there. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind to get you through the difficulty of fighting and losing with all your riflemen every time you have a battle.
And that's what I wish they would have done for 50. You know, when there was a reset for half the community, they could have easily just offered the Diamond IT thing. I think it would have calmed down hostilities at the beginning of last season as well, because I was rage unlocking wood chests, man. But yeah, I think these small things, or just offering IT for a week for $2.99, like they have, or 2 weeks, whatever it is, I don't know. But those little things go a long way with the warship community, especially like myself. I know a lot of you guys do main island and warships, but my game is pretty much closed until warship starts, and then when warships ends. So having something for the warships guys too, and main island is nice.
Yeah, that's right. Right, back over to the tree then. Really, after 4ER, I mean, are we even discussing what you do after 3ER? After 4ER, getting to 4ER, are we even open to the idea of what you do there? Or Chickendrometer? Who's Chickendrometer with YouTube? Is this your new channel, Andrew? You starting up a new kind of fire up a stream and quit sort of channel, or what's going on there? I do buy too many protos every season to hold on to diamonds. Yeah, too many proto swaps. Yeah, so after 4ER, what do we think? What we playing at there?
You still got the Aussie accent going there, brother.
Yeah, man, still going with the Aussie accent. I want to shout out to Falcor. Massive love to you, my friend. You know something I learned today? Someone copying an Australian accent is even worse than listening to an actual Australian.
Wow.
Oh, that's brilliant. Just as Polly comes on stream as well. I think that's fantastic.
How rude.
How you doing, JP?
Yeah, good, mate. I'm doing good.
Excellent.
We had a few technical difficulties with you, and then I've come into a depot that had everything completely effed with it. So I've got it all under control now. I'll
That's
jump
good.
on and feed onto the gibberish that you probably are talking about.
Yeah, we were having a few issues there at the start. I think my Wavelink, which is my audio mixing software, I think it went on holiday. I think it packed its bags and it went walkabout. That's what it did. It took its warmer in its spear and it went walkabout, mate. That's what it did.
Definitely.
We got Papucho citing in the chat there as well. What's up, Papucho? I love that message from Falcor. Listening to a fake Australian's worst. Yeah, no, I'm gonna try and hold this on for the entire stream. Oh, that's something else. I've got a new little toy here that should allow me to be able to stream like non-stop, so I can charge my tablet whilst I'm streaming. So yeah, I've got a plan with it. I'm not going to let anyone know what it is right now because I don't want anyone else to think that they can beat me to it. But I've got a little idea, a little plan that I'm going to be working on with that. So yeah, watch this space for those details too. So yeah, 4ER. What we doing after 4ER?
I'm just looking at your stream now.
Yeah, so we kind of this is our like offensive path.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you, to be honest. I think I do agree with Stoneheart's analogy. But I also think the troop damage at the start of the season is going to be more different, like better off than troop health.
So I think it's either. I think you either go the way that that we've got us on stream right now, and then you come back for. Carwa's just donated £5 as well, so very much appreciated. Carwa, thank you very much, my friend. Much love and respect to you.
I think on this path, once you get to 4ER, you're just racing through shock launchers to get to seekers. Now on the defensive path, which would be, top in 2ER, and then you would go to 3 and then go bottom in 3 before going back up top in 3. So this one, the offensive one, you're just trying to do once you get past 4, you're just going straight for seekers.
Cleek saying, could you throw me and others here some point gold? Not quite sure what you mean there. Throw you and others some point gold?
Like some
He wants
money
some
to
coin, he wants to gamble.
and
some I see some
Coin.
critter coin.
Critter
We
coins.
could know what I can't remember. Yeah, I think critter coins on this channel. Just bear with me 1 second because I'm gonna have to do that. You two chat amongst yourselves for the time being because I'm gonna have to go in there.
Can you clear the red off the screen real quick before you?
Yeah, of course I can, mate. Just give me 1 second. That's over there. That's over there.
What's up, Chicky? Welcome to the stream.
Chicky Bricky. Nice to see you, my friend. There you go. Red's gone off the screen. Have some of that. Fritz Selly as well. The €10 upgrade towards Windows. Yeah, man. As soon as I can, I'll be switching over to a Windows machine. This Mac's, it's had its day. It was fun whilst it lasted, but yeah, she's had her day. It can sit in the corner, and I'll use it for like a little bit of video editing or stuff like that because it's okay for that sort of thing. But yeah, as far as streaming goes, I think she's had her day. Right, if you two chat amongst yourselves, I am going to go and give some people some stuff.
But yeah, I was just gonna ask the chat. Do you think? Are you thinking offensive, which would be bottom, or are you thinking defensive, which would be the top? Are you a top person or are you a bottom person?
Yeah, and then I kept on asking you, is this bedroom talk or is this Boom Beach talk?
Yeah, no, I think it works for both. I think
Yeah. Well, see,
I,
that's the thing. I think this season is, like I said, irrelevant of what Stoneheart streamed
OGN, no
as well.
love has just donated 1634. You absolute legend, my friend. Oh, I really appreciate that. Much love to all of you guys with your donations this evening. Really appreciate them. Much love and respect to all of you.
But I'm definitely thinking offensive. I think the thing is starting at a rank 1. If everyone goes top path, everyone's going to be getting similar times. There's going to be a lot of draws. You need that differential. Now, the good thing about starting at rank 1 is you will never lose more than 2 stars from a loss, I believe. So
in wood you
if
don't
you
lose
do,
anything, I don't think.
yeah, that's right. That's what I think as well. But the thing is, if you do, for example, go top path and let's say bottom path was the better option, you'll eventually get the rank that you need when you'll keep facing enough players to rank up, just because you won't be losing any stars by the matches. So yeah, I'm still committed to going bottom, getting that flare and the troop damage first. Even 10% troop damage is going to be helping. The GBE node is going to be a lot more. Is going to be a lot more effective later on in the season. Especially when you could be doing brick battle orders and stuff like that. Is it going to buy you enough time? I don't think so. Sniper towers, yes, they don't add much value defensive-wise, but I'm thinking get snipers, go flames, and then march on forward. Just plod along.
Yeah, I'm definitely on my main. I'm gonna go defensive. Gonna go probably top path to Warriors. When I get Warriors, I'll get Flare, if not right before, and then keep going down to DBD and then up to BCBH. But on my mini, that I'm gonna be playing like really fast. I'm gonna go bottom path and go to Brick and then straight to Seekers.
When you get sorry, almost slipped out of character. In fact, I did slip out of character there for a moment. When you get to 4 ER, which way are you going round to 5 ER? Are you going to go via the rocket launchers or the shock launchers?
I think shock launchers, just because we're all going to be going into a seeker meta. I think while the rocket launchers might be more effective immediately, as
I
a
think
shock
it
launcher.
depends on tokens, to be honest. I think it depends on, like, it's very easy to say now, yeah, I'm going to go shock launchers, but I'll tell you something. If you're safe in diamond, for example, um, the play might be going and getting rocket launchers, because that will completely end any rifle meta. But if meta is, for example, tanks and tanks or Zukas, rifle Kavan, then shock launchers are going to slow them down. Yes, it's about obviously getting to seekers first, but I think it's going to be again of where are we at rank wise, where are we at token wise, because there's that sort of straight after that proto. Um, Straight after the proto, there is, troop health, troop damage, which are going to cost about 800,000 tokens each. Then you've got barrage, which we already know that, barrage is going to cost a lot of tokens.
Just want to give a shout
And
out
then,
to Chicky Bricky for the subscription as well. Thanks, Chicky Bricky. Much appreciated.
So it's going to be, you're going to be very token poor. So if you don't have enough tokens to go at least tick 4 RLs if you were to unlock them, I think SLs will be the play. But if you're comfortably in diamond, it's going to be cheapest path to seekers, which would be through the Grents, and then you just double back for shock launches.
Yeah, going through the RLs is going to save you 2 keys, like you said. But as Jess pointed out, the shock launchers are going to be better versus the seekers. So, like you said, it depends on where you sit the tree. Apex asking where Beast is now. That is a good question. Should the question not be who is Beast? Now, Beast still around. I talk to him from time to time. He's sort of busy with life right now. But I'll tell him you said hi, and maybe we can get him popping into one of these streams one of these days. I know he kind of sometimes, I mean, he might even be there in the chat at the moment. I know he sometimes tunes in and is sat there in the background. Beast, if you're out there, give us a thumbs up, mate. But no, we'll see if we can get the old boys on for a bit of an old school reunion maybe this season at some point in time. Drag Beast and Aaron, not saying out of retirement, but certainly, I was going to say out of the closet, but I remembered exactly what that means then. Drag them out of the cupboard, give them a dusting off, and see if they want to come on and say hi to everyone. Charles Lill in the chat. Good morning, evening, gents. G'day, join our own risk crew. Shout out to the sugar shippers as well in the chat, in the interests of balance and fairness there as well. And then I suppose really Seekers, and then it's going to be on round a bullet 6 ER, and then we're kind of into the end game. So things change too much to even begin discussing about that at that point in time. And Fritzy, yeah, we get Fritz on a voice call as well with Beast and Arrow. I'm not sure my machine could handle that many people in one go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I suppose, has anyone got any questions now? You know,
Kawa said, I think dirty 4ER players will get diamond first, and I actually think we'll see diamond day one.
I've got to agree with you. Yep, I agree with you. I think we'll see diamond day one.
Yeah.
In what way though?
Somebody,
What you think you're going full dirty?
Defensive. It'll be defensive.
In a Stoneheart kind of way, I expect.
Well, I think defensive will get those people diamond initially, but I think those people that kind of hold on and don't go super defensive will get ahead when they get to tanks or to the next ER. Will get ahead, and those people that load up in 3 that got diamond initially will slip down, and then they'll come back up.
Diamond day one is for people that only play and don't have anything else to do. That's the sort of way you're going to get diamond on day one.
Yes and no. I mean, I've seen people with as little as like
Yeah, I agree.
80 battles.
You're enjoying our own risk, and the amount of information that we give you, and you still choose other paths. It bewilders me, to be honest. So, I mean, there's been plenty of times that you can do what, like 100 battles and you're in gold, and then you're streaking. When you have a more when you're winning more than you're losing, obviously, on a streak as well, the chances of getting a rank up within 5 battles is pretty
when you're streaking,
pretty appeasing.
When you're streaking and you're ranking up, if you can get the right tech with every rank, then it almost kind of it's like a domino effect, isn't it? That you rank up, you get the tech you need, you hit your next rank, you get the tech you need, you hit your next rank, so on and so forth. It's kind of just like lining up a load of wallabies and pushing the first one over. The rest just kind of topple in turn. So, yeah, I think, you could be right there, where you get off to a decent start, you get ranked up nice and early, get into iron. There might be some people that are planning on collecting their first 4 chests in iron, I would imagine. I don't know if that's going to be possible. I think gold might be a bit of a stretch too far, but I certainly think that iron's doable for the elite. I certainly will be aiming to collect mine in minimum of stone. But I think, I personally, I think it's probably a little bit foolish trying to collect them all in wood. What do you think?
I think it just also depends on where you go. Where you're at. If you need to collect 1 in wood to get you 3 ER or something like that, do it. But if it's going to give you nothing, then it's really no point.
I think
but don't be collecting more than like 1 wood chest, to be honest. But the goal is iron, 100%.
You win automatically. You know what I'm saying? Like you win, even winning 50% of the time, you rank up in wood, in stone, and in iron. So I mean, as long as you're winning 50% of the time, you naturally progress up. So there's not really a need or a reason to unlock, unless you just want to move forward. But then you're costing yourself 1 key if you open it in wood versus stone, and then 3 keys if you're opening in wood versus iron. So you're just hurting yourself. That's 12 keys. If you wait till iron to open your chest, that's 12 keys that you missed out on.
Yeah, it's huge.
That's almost an entire unlock.
We got the chicken in chat. What's up, chicken? I got 15 minutes into the first stream before realizing it was frozen. I suppose I should really go and take that down. Yeah, we had a few technical difficulties there at the start of the first stream, so we had to kill it and start again.
Well, at least you didn't delete your stream, Martin. So
I can't believe you done that.
I was really into a TV show this morning, wasn't paying attention, and just straight up deleted it. Seriously, I was watching the John Wick movies. They made
Yeah.
a TV show called The Continental. I was watching it, and I was looking through my stats and stuff, and just hit delete.
Oh,
Just didn't even mean.
Fratelli asked, missed earlier, you can't lose stars in wood, so just keep playing until you hit iron. I think you lose 2 per battle, is that right?
I think that's the max you can lose. I remember that from last season. I lost. I was always on boss fight for rank 3, I believe, and I think I had like 5 battles and like 5 losses, but I was always on the boss fight.
Yeah, I don't think you start losing ranks until you get out of rank 1. I think you have to be in rank 2, and then once you're in rank 2, you can start losing like 1 to 3 stars, and then I don't think you lose any stars at rank 1.
I don't think you lose any stars in wood, to be honest. I don't think you lose enough stars that you'll have to play 2 matches to.
Does anybody know?
Like I said,
has anyone played in wood tier before to know?
I mean, I played last season, so that's why I was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just can't remember.
No,
I
don't think I was in rank. I was boss fight for rank 3, like 10 matches. Didn't you lose and then you literally got the boss fight. Still.
Yeah.
So it was like 38.
Yeah. We got Boomer Bill citing in the chat as well. You managed to find your way over to the new stream, Boomer. I did put out the new links, but yeah, we're sorry about that. I'm not quite sure what happened. A few gremlins in the system, I think. That's that one. Where was the other question there? Season starts for me at 2 a.m. and I don't plan to be up at that time. And I have to work at 10. Maybe I can get 10 battles in the morning and then come back at 5 to play. Yeah, I've got a job interview an hour after the season starts. So I'm kind of just going to bash out a few battles first thing and then it's off to a job interview. Then come back and see what damage I can do and see if we can't move up the leaderboard a little bit. Rick says he can win 50% of his matches half the time. So what's that? About 25% victory rate, I suppose. It's a very small star loss. You can lose 3-1 and break it. Yeah, me too, Tiago. Didn't like the first 5 minutes, but really liked the other hour and a half. Mr. Poing, Timey Kangaroo Down Sport. Yeah, we got there he is. Give him a quick shout out. See if you can grab him and tie him down. Yeah, grab and see if you can tie him down. Jess, the introductions are always boring. Some actions and then puff. I agree with you. Kavan will be good, but the problem at some point you have to go back for heavy, so waste the keys. Yeah, I think that for me, I think Brick makes more sense earlier. Brick's kind of more of an offensive hero. Kavan, obviously, Brick. With Brick, you've kind of got all three boosts of hers are an option. Iron Will, Cluster Buster, and obviously Battle Orders all come into their own. Whereas Kevin, really, we only use him for second wind. So I think the answer, you use Brick, use Brick, and then just don't let your troops die. So that way you don't need to bring them back. I mean, to me, it's sort of quite simple.
Don't get both. Just please don't get both, because you have to get one of Bullet or Spark later on. So do not get both. If you're a Kavan guy, get Kavan. If you're a Brick guy or whatever the meta dictates, get one of those two. But please don't get both of them. And then please don't get, because you're going to have to get one. You're going to have to at least at minimum get 2 heroes this season.
Yeah, Kegmeister coming in. Kegmeister saying Kavan's important for clearing boom mines. This is true.
But hey, don't knock the grins. You can ask Martin and Polly. I used to hate grins. Anytime I ever saw them on a tree, I would just be so furious. And then 4 of the past like 6 seasons, I've used grins to get to diamond. So I guess I can't hate on them anymore. But man, I used to hate them.
I'm not sure it will be a fizzle season this season. I mean, I think I don't think it'll be a fizzle season as bad as last season was. It can't be. And I think the reason for that is going to be because we're all starting at 1. We're all going to be ranking up at kind of a similar rate. And the tokens, it's the tokens that are going to be hard to come by. You know, you're not going to be able to dump all your tokens into mortars or flames, or, you know, defenses are going to be they're going to be staggered as they're upgraded. So you might face someone who's got tick 5 flamethrowers, but they're only going to have tick 1 mortars or tick 1 machine guns, tick 1 cannons. So you kind of, you know, you're only going to be facing max flamethrowers. Well, if you've got troop health and, you know, a staggered drop, you take out a couple of key position flamethrowers, and then your warriors can go to town.
Yeah, it's gonna be a base race. Now there might be a squeeze at the end of 3, and at 4 ER, but it's gonna be a base race at the beginning and a base race at the end. The end is likely gonna be 30 Seeker pros playing Seekers, and the rest of us playing heavy laser bomber or heavy laser Seeker tri-meta, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I think that, you know, I mean, it's pretty normal come the end of the season that you see the tri-meta out there. Obviously, with the tri-meta, you kind of got a combination. It's always heavy choppers. But you'll have, you know, is it going to be heavy chopper seeker bomber, heavy chopper seeker laser, heavy chopper bomber laser, heavy chopper, you know, RCs even into the mix there as well. That's always, you know, HCRC with some seekers to mop up 2 or 3 ERs at the end. That's always an option. I think that, like you say, it's minimum 2 heroes to the end of the tree. I really don't see anyone picking up Sparky this season. I think Sparkalicious is going to have a bit of a season off after her exploits last season. I think she's kind of just going to sit there above the 6th ER and not really get purchased by anybody. I think they're going to swing around and grab Bullet.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. I was thinking that as well, but I was on stream last night and I thought there was a connector between Seekers and Bullet, but there isn't. So those people that are getting Seekers or going straight for Seekers, they may go Seeker, Critter Launcher, and then just snatch Spark because they're using Brick anyways and just keep going forward. Because for some reason I thought there was a connector between Seekers and Bullet, but there's not, which was kind of surprising for me.
Okay, I'm with you. Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, there we go. I knew I'd squeeze it in somewhere to the stream. Yeah, no, yeah. I think after Seekers, obviously, you're going to be getting those CLs, and you're only that Sparky away from 6 ER.
Instead of having to get the RCs and Bullet, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah. I mean, it depends. I think there's going to be some people bus rushing with that 150 TH and 150 TD. There's going to be some bus rushers among us, but that also opens it up for RCs. It's just, I don't know. I think RCs do have a moment right there before anything else. If you can't use Seekers, I
was actually considering getting RCs Bullet and straight on to 6 and skipping Seekers on one account. Obviously, that means no critter launches as well, and no sky shield. So that might be a bit of a dumb move on my account, but it was a thought I had. No shocks as well. There's a lot of good stuff up round there on the top path on 5ER. So, you know, it's probably worth considering. And into the back end of the tree like that. I think the mechs, we might even see the mechs coming into use, especially for those that grab sparkles and slide straight on, because by that stage, you've not got much in the way of a meat shield. And if you don't have Bullet either, then potentially, you know, you're kind of going to have gone back and grab those heavies, because you're only going to have rifles as any sort of meat shield. and you're going to be, you're going to be up against some dirty bases. I like the fact there's only 3 protos on this tree this season. I think that's nice.
Means it's going to be even more of a base race. Plus, there's like tick 1, or it's like level 1 proto, level 2, and then level 3, as opposed to just being all level 3 like it was last season.
Yeah, Cron's saying in the chat, if Brick's working, there's no reason to get Bullet right away. Go 6 and move forward with CLs and Spark. Which, you're probably right, but I suppose if that's the case and she's working and you're making diamond early, then you'll be able to come back and grab Bullet and potentially Kavan as well and finish the whole season with all 4 heroes at your disposal. Mr. Poing asking, are there any snags on the Barbie, mate? I'm starving. No snags, but we threw a few warriors on the Barbie earlier. I don't know if you were around for those. But if Brick's not working, obviously, then go to Bullet. Yeah, I mean, it's what might be the way forward. At that stage of the season, we're kind of, we're so far ahead of ourselves right now that it's, we really are speculating. Possibly it's something we might even do next Sunday, some kind of sort of get together and second tech tree talk on Sunday, maybe a boom talk where we kind of cover a bit more of the second week of the tree, possibly.
Yeah, because this box, that beginning box is what really matters right now. But because we get the machine guns and the cannons, but after the machine guns and the cannons, from there to smoke.
You mean
really
that
what
box?
matters.
You mean that box there? I think we can pretty much discount.
Bigger.
We can discount mortars, can't we?
No. Okay. No. So this is what I'm thinking. I would rather have mortars over BCs initially.
Mortars over boom cannons, I suppose. Yeah, because both.
I mean, not necessarily. Okay. So how I'm thinking about it is top path 1, 2, 3 being your first unlocks.
So
then you go
GBE, TH, Flames.
Yeah, and then you go down to Warriors. And then after Warriors, you go down to DBD.
Yep.
And then after DBD, I would get mortars, then BCs, or you could do BCs and then decide between BH and brick. But I think mortars come into play because mortars will wreck rifles for the players that don't use will really help, especially with the DBD. Even mortars against warriors, they just don't like them. Now, yes, BCs and cannons will be effective with warriors, but I mean they'll probably one-shot them with the DBD. I think they one-shot them, but it's still only a single point. It doesn't have that splash.
When would you look at coming back for the flare and the TD, mate?
I think flare is probably something you get. I forgot it after the warriors. I think after you unlock warriors, I think that would be flare, and you would just add it to your path. But it depends on what kind of role you're on. It depends on if it turns really defensive really fast. If it starts to go really defensive really fast, then I want to get the defenses first, and then I can boost up my offense a little bit with flare. Because I think a lot of it's going to be free clearing initially, whether that's rifles or
just want to give a shout out to Tiago Rookie, who's got a bounce. Thanks very much for joining us, Tiago. Much appreciated, and we will catch you on the seas. Good luck, my friend. We kind of something like that, and then after boom cannons, like you say, we can either go building health or onto brick. But are we decided that brick is pretty much the way to go rather than Kavan? I think for me she's a sensible hero. Whether you're using Iron Will or Cluster Buster. I mean, like I said a moment ago, I think she gives you more options. You know, Kavan just gives you the option of bringing troops back, which is great. But you've got all three abilities there that you can use with Brick. We got a Doomer sighting in the chat. What's up, Commander J Doom? Welcome to the live stream, mate. Sorry it took a little while to get you the link there, but we had some major difficulties on the first stream, so we've had to switch over to this one. Yeah, I think Brick's just more adaptable in terms of an offensive hero, whereas Kavan is just, you know, just a zombie maker, isn't he?
And I think other thing with Brick, like I think Kavan might be in game if you're doing lasers and stuff like that, but Brick is just more adaptable. You can use all three of Brick's abilities in game, whereas with Kavan you're really just using second wind. You know what I'm saying? But Brick, you can use the Iron Will, you can use the battle orders, you can use the cluster grenade. She's more adaptable, especially if we're just trying to get ERs. Because I mean, at 2 or at 3 ER, you could technically rush 2 ERs with warriors and then just cluster the last ER. You know, so I just think she's the better hero. Now, I think if people are going rifles, Kavan might be the play. If you're sticking with rifles, get Kavan, and then you have that path right there to Zuka's where you could technically do rifle Zuka. But just don't get both of them.
Yeah, I think that's 42 keys is a lot of keys to throw down the drain, especially that early in the season. I'm going to clear this chalk off the board now, so if anyone wants a screenshot of it, now's your chance, because I'm just about to clear it away. So yeah, if you want to press the buttons on your phone or do whatever it is you do to grab a screen grab of that one, then do so, because in 3, 2, 1, it's gone.
Now that's very much a defensive path, whereas the offensive path we kind of laid out earlier.
Yeah, so that offensive path was coming down through the TD, around the sniper towers this way, and then making your way straight up to Brick. With the potential of coming back for flamethrowers and troop health somewhere along the way, if required. That was more the offensive meta. If you go Kavan at one point, you will have to get Brick. That's it. Apex is absolutely spot on there, because you're going to want to unlock those heavies for the heavy choppers at some point in time, unless you're not planning on going 7. But if you plan on going 7, getting the bus, then you're going to have to open Brick to get to the heavies to upgrade them. So, going Kavan kind of commits you to being three hero season, whereas going Brick early leaves the option of coming back for Kavan if it turns out Kavan is king. I mean, he frequently is, so you might want to risk him this season. But those are your choices that you have to make, and that's what makes Warships the game it is. It's about your decision, your choices, and what you choose to do. Nobody can make those choices for you. They can advise.
The one thing I say, just to everybody in general is, have a plan, but be able to adapt. Don't be afraid to just throw everything out the window. If you see like 5 to 10 people racing up and they've went a completely different path than you, don't be scared to just follow that path. Obviously it's working and stuff like that. And so, yeah, that's what I would just say, is just don't be afraid to pivot.
I think maybe holding on to keys and tokens this season as well, until you actually need to spend, if you're ranking up, if you're ranking and you get to rank 6 and you're winning and you're still winning in rank 6, don't be keen to spend those keys that you've just picked up. Go rank 7. If you can make it through rank 7, rank 8 with the same tech, then just keep going with that same tech. Don't try and push, don't just spend the keys and tokens there because you got them. Don't be scared to save the stuff as well. You don't have to just keep spending. Unless you're a Sheila, obviously, in some kind of handbag store, then it's a different kettle of fish. OG Hellcat, Mr. Point Mojo, and Cheeky Bricky all sharing the love, and exclamation mark smoke. I'm not quite sure. Haven't really got a command for that. I'm glad somebody got that joke, Grens. I'm glad someone was on the same wavelength as me. I'm expecting a bit of a slap from Andro in a second, but she's obviously not in the chat, so I think I got away with that one. Dodge that comment there.
And I always want the smoke. I don't know what. I went over my head, but I enjoy the smoke. So
Fritzelli is Grenz, and Fritz Adventures is Fritz. Sorry, Fritzelli, if I've given your alias away. Exclamation mark techno. That one's, I've taken that one off as well. I kind of need to get you, and I suppose I really need to give you guys a new list of commands on this channel. I need to have a look at the commands as well. When I first got the channel, I spent ages doing commands, and somebody said, you know, what's the point? You're better off concentrating on content. So that's what I did. Changing names to Grens already. Yeah, that's what I did, which is why we can do things like this now. He's the only one I've got on this season. It's the only one I've got here on this season, I think, on this particular scene. But there's a lot more over on the other scenes. So we'll be seeing a lot more special effects. There's Fritz's life adventures. Laugh my ass off, Dan Imposter, I tell you. Yeah, so we got Fritz and Fritzelli in chat at the moment. But SB Boom Beach in chat as well. Hi Martin, how are you? I'm good, mate. I'm good. This is me with the dodgy Australian accent. I'm not sure if you're aware, but I lost a bet to Martin. I want the command exclamation mark idiot. I'm sure we can sort that out. No one dances like you too. Damn right. Damn Skippy, Fritz. No one dances like a Fritz. Get over to Fritz's channel and give that a like as well, because he's got some quality content over there. If you want to share your channel in the chat there, Fritz, you can. Oh, I suppose I could do it from here, because I think I need to be admin, so we'll just whip over there. We'll grab just waiting for it to upload, because the Max bad boy leader. What's up, big boom? What's up, Ballistic Bull and Jess? Ballistic Bruce this season. Paul Parsons, is that an audience accent? I think you mean Australian. Aussie accent. It's my interpretation of an Aussie accent. It doesn't not necessarily have to be an Aussie accent. It's just my interpretation of an Aussie accent. Trying to find out where I can find the share button for Fritz's channel. It seems to be. I've got a feeling, you know. Jess, are you trying to talk to me? And yeah.
No.
Sorry, say again.
I said no. I was just hanging out. What's up?
Okay, it's all right. No, I've got a bit of crackling going on, and I thought it might have been the wavelength playing up again. Aspie, I think if you can start right when the season opens, you don't need TH right away. Falcor saying it's an English, Scotch, German mix accent. I don't know what accent it is. Can you do American accent, Martin? Inquiring minds want to know. I can't do American that well. Maybe you'll see a bit of an American. I probably need to kind of. I've kind of gone into the sort of Southern Hemisphere character kind of. For Mr. Poing, South African stroke work. South African is quite easy because you just to kind of trip over to the South Africa. I always find South Africa quite easy to do when you've been doing Australian for a little while. It's not and then every so often you just refer to your dick. And that's the simple way to do Australia. Just talk about your dick all the time, and you know how you need to get out there and clean your deck and polish your deck. But yeah, I say we'll come back. We'll come back now. Jump on the plane and we'll jump back over to Australia. There's not really much difference between Australia and New Zealand that I can tell. I know there is. I'm sure there is if you're from that neck of the woods. And please don't take offence if you're from that area, but you know. It's all sort of Southern Hemisphere to me. So, right, Fritz's channel. I'm trying to find the share button on your channel, Fritz. But there it is. There she blows. Share channel. Copy. Right. Let's throw this in the chat. Here you go. And paste. And that is Fritz's channel. Get over there and watch some of his crazy antics. Love you, Fritz. Nothing beats the accent. Nothing beats the accent of a mid-Missouri meth head. What does a mid-Missouri meth head sound like? Axe, what's up, bro? No worries, Fritz. My pleasure. Always my pleasure. Right, should we get back to this season? Diversified and sharing a bit of... Yeah, get over there. And some of Fritz's videos are just funny as... And you can see kind of what work he's been up to with the old metal work lately as well. Fritz, I'm just an old dog chilling. Like me, Fritz, just an old dog chilling. Probably like any druggie anyway. Sort of kind of a bit dribbly then. What's the deal with the accent, Martin? Did you get arrested or something? No, I said earlier, in the summer, England played Australia at the cricket. And I was explaining to the Americans in the chat, cricket is very much like baseball, except with tea and rain. Needless to say, the Australians won. And as a result, I lost the bet, which means I had to do, I've agreed to do a themed, a season's worth of streaming with an Antipodean accent. So we'll switch back over to here. Hence the hat, the accent, the flag. We got Bruce the Critter in for this season, sporting his Australian flags. I had a different Australian hat for the sneak peeks, and we got some more Australianisms to come as the season progresses. An entire season, says Mojo Joe. Yeah, JP there, yeah, sucked in. Yeah, you got me good and I said the irony is, JP, that although cricket is like baseball with tea and rain, if it wasn't for the rain, I wouldn't have to be doing this, would I? It was only the rain in Manchester that meant that I was good to see people watch Martin's sneak peek. Yeah, it was only mentioned mentioned in there a little bit. Groot, what's with Groot? Did you? Yeah, Groot on the shelf. Yeah, I didn't realise he was poking out from behind the. Yeah, Groot up there on the shelf just behind the Australian flag. That's my Lego Groot, which is what I got a lot more Lego in behind the flag. That's not a knife. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I've been thinking about it later on the stream. Are the shrimps on the barbie yet, mate? No, we threw some warriors on the barbie earlier. Threw some warriors on the barbie. But yeah, we got we got the Lego Groot there, and we've also got the Lego Titanic just in here. I don't know if you can see that, but can we do an uncut Gren? Unfortunately, we can't do an uncut Gren. Unfortunately, no. I'm well aware of that, Grens. It's just being tied to the creators program. It means that I have to behave to a certain degree. Now, I suppose if I were to appear on, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I suppose if I were to appear on Pete's channel, then there's no reason why why I couldn't I couldn't appear as a in that fashion. See if we can get this going again for some reason. Or just that's the one I want. There we go. It's right. I just closed my YouTube chat window. That's better. So yeah, I have to kind of be seen to be behaving. What's the treats hanging from the hat though, Bull? Yeah, little snacks to snack on, little doggy chews, little dingo treats. Talking of dingo, he's still asleep on the mat. Okay, so are we kind of done with the tree? I mean, we sort of. Well, that's no bloody Sheila. That's a guy. That's what I said. This season, it's Booming Bruce's and Supercell Sheila's this season. So that's how we're going to be rolling this season. Are we kind of done now? I mean, we've been going for an hour and a half, just over. Apex Prey coming in with a $10 super chat as well for the Fosters you need, mate. I'll be putting that towards some stubbies for the rest of the season. Big love, big respect to you. Only me, you're live. What's up, Slacker? Yes, only me. I am live. Go on, ask me the question. Foster's, how uncultured are you? Yeah, VB, Victoria beer. That's what it's about. Get some VBs going in the fridge later. Go on, only me. Ask me the question because I've got them. I've got them here. Where's the bloody... What bloody drill would you like, only me? I've got a jackhammer. Yeah, there's your drill. There's your drill, mate. Nice little jackhammer for you. How's that? How's that one going? Or I can give you a pneumatic drill. There you go. If you prefer, a bit of a windy gun there, a bit of a pneumatic drill, or I can break out the cordless drill for you. There we go, bit of a cordless drill. Got that one for you. Or the pièce de resistance. We've got this one. Got the dentist drill. There you go. You can have a dentist drill for you, only me. Now, I thought to myself, I need one more to cap this off. So I did this.
This is not a drill.
How'd you like that one? Only me. I have been waiting all night for you to turn up to use those sound effects on my stream deck. So thank you for rocking up, my friend. That's made my evening. There's a lot of power tools. No wonder your stream wasn't working earlier. Was that chicken? Yeah, listen, you can hear him actually on there if you listen carefully, right at the beginning.
This is not a drill.
I can't hear it because I'm on with you. Chicken? Is that what you said?
I'll have to play you the sound effect off stream so that you can hear it. I could do it here, but it's going to feed back. So I'll play you the sound effect. I'll play the sound effect at some point in time. But yeah, that chicken sound effect has also got a special guest appearance from Beast right at the end. I'm not sure if you guys picked it up. Yeah, just watched the earlier stream, didn't know you were live. Yeah, we had some technical difficulties like we do here over at BBTFRG. We had some technical difficulties earlier, so I had to close down the stream, close down the computer, close down all the electronics in my house, and refire everything back up again, just so that you could hear these two reprobates on call with me. So I suppose I ought to let Jess get a word in edgeways at this point, since we went through all that to have him on. Jess, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, well, as far as the tree and stuff goes, I think people just be smart. Like, watch your replays, watch what the people at the top of the leaderboard are doing, You know, don't be afraid to pivot. Try not to collect your chest until you at least get to stone. Like maybe you get stuck in stone, maybe you have to unlock them, but try to hold out for iron. 4 on the craft, 4 on the rifles. You know, a lot of the same stuff that's been regurgitated over and over again. But, you know, people are going to be so gung-ho when they pull up the game and they realize they're starting at 1. You know, just take a deep breath and just be cautious with your tokens, because once you use them, you can't get them back. And we're on this season, so.
Mr. Poing asking to play it. Jess, do you want to just throw the stream on? Maybe mute your mic so we don't get any feedback. Throw the stream on so you can hear this sound effect.
Yeah, hold on one second.
We'll give Jess a few seconds to kind of sort that out. So he needs to mute his mic so that when the volume plays, it doesn't pick up. Pivot and swerve. Yeah, absolutely. Pivot and swerve. That's the technical term for realizing you've cocked up. Oh my God, Jess, watch your replays. Seriously, best advice. Yeah, watch Jess's replays. Now that is solid advice there. My lighter is definitely my favorite tool. I noticed Axe Darby saying that his hammer was his favorite tool. I'm not even going to repeat that on live stream, Aspie. Someone's got it. Soundbite synopsis. Chicken cockerel radio announcement beast. I like that. Okay, here we go. Now this is for Jess. This is for Jess. So this is for you, Jess. I hope you're listening. This is my chicken. This is my chicken sound effect.
This is not a drill.
Grens didn't say cockerel. I know he didn't say cockerel, but I did, because I didn't want to imply what he was implying. Top or bottom with that tool, Valcor. The drill, which drill do you want? The dentist drill? Drills, says Mr. Poing. We got drills for days, and they're all for only me. So yeah, I suppose, you know, I suppose we should really be kind of thinking about wrapping it up now. We're kind of, what are we? 11:30, so we're cock equals rooster. Yeah. Yo Master in the chat as well, loving it. Yeah, I suppose we, you know, it's thinking about wrapping it up about now. It's 11:30. We've got what, 9.5 hours till the season starts. That's enough time for you guys out there to get onto Crab and get those 300 diamonds. Like I say, once again, Supercell giving away 3 days of IT for 100 diamonds a day at the start of the season. So yeah, that's I prefer standing. Oh yeah, okay. Get yourself into Crab and get those diamonds wrapped up. Yeah. This is supposed to be a PG channel, Rick. I can't go down these roads. In fact, all of you in the chat, you're all getting a little bit. Was it the sheep at the end of that sound effect that's done it? It's made you all feel a bit, you know. Apex, thanks so much, both Martin and Jess and JP. Don't forget JP. That's expensive on diamonds. What, 100 diamonds per day? Yeah, it is. But luckily for me, I've got a diamond fairy godmother on my map, and they keep just dropping diamonds like this, going out of fashion. So once again, I want to thank and give a huge shout out to Only Me, because that man has dropped me more diamonds than I care to mention over the time. Martin, do you have a sound effect of chicken getting shot? I haven't, but I could create one. It might not be too much of a problem. Show us your diamonds. That would mean plugging in. I'd have to change around too many cables for that, mate. But 300's not expensive for Aspie. No, he's got hundreds of thousands of diamonds. So yeah, I think we need to be kind of winding it up as well. Jess,
yeah.
Any final words?
Yeah, no, I think everybody just prepare to have fun, regardless of what happens at the beginning. You know, whether we all start at rank 14 or we all start at rank 1.
Legendary 10.
At the end of the game, it's not so much like, yes, top 500s come and go, top 100, and we're all super competitive. But at the end of the game, at the end of the day, the community, the friendship, the fun on Discord, the fun on YouTube, all of us hanging out together is what really matters. And so I don't really care if I'm starting at 1 or 4. I just want to have a good time and have fun with all of you guys. And hopefully everybody else takes that kind of same look at things, and we just enjoy ourselves going forward and have a good time.
Yeah, of course. I mean, this season for me is going to be all about fun with this Aussie theme, and you know, the fun. I gotta say, I've got some treats lined up for you guys for this season. So we've got all of that fun and frolics to come. But for now, very quickly before I go, I want to say a huge shout out to everybody that's dropped donations and super chats tonight. Dre Dog with a $4.99 super chat, Ben Washbrook with 2 £1 donations, Apex Prey coming in with 10 memberships as well. That was amazing. Thank you, Apex, for that. Mech 10 with a $9.99 super chat, and Falcor with a $10 super chat. Grenz Fritzelli with a €10 super chat, and then Apex with another $10 super chat as well. All of them very, very much appreciated, guys. Thank you so much for your generosity. Really, really can't thank you enough. But for now, we're going to be calling it a day. Scully sang my youngest. Fezman coming in with $2. Adam Brown coming in with $2 as well. Thanks so much, guys. Really appreciate that. Scully sang my youngest happy birthday today on stream. Oh, now singing's not something I really do, to be honest. You know, us Aussies, we don't sound great when we sing.
Shout out to Adam Brown, by the way. Rick is also another underappreciated guy. Rick, Adam Brown, 2 of the nicest guys, man. Just like all the other people in the community, whether it's Axe and whoever, guys in the community that are absolutely amazing and probably don't get the appreciation they deserve. Adam Brown is always on Discord listening and asking insightful questions. He's always in the Telegram room.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I was just realised Cower dropped a dono earlier as well, and I'd need to go over here. So it doesn't it doesn't always bring everybody up. And I remember Cower dropping a dono earlier, and I just kind of wanted to go and that button there. And OG No Love as well, with a dono earlier. Sakawa and OG No Love. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to miss you out there. Your names appear on a different list. So much love and appreciation to you two as well. You know, I say I really appreciate those donos and what have you. That's all right. So yeah. Very, that'll be from those ones earlier. It's all right. The sound effects have just come through from the 2 super chats from Fezman and Adam Brown. The sound effects just come in a little bit late there, and obviously the notifications on the screen, they'll be along at some point in time in the future, I dare say. Maybe on the next stream, maybe in a different life, who knows, but they'll turn up. Anyway, guys, this is the time. I'm going to say goodnight. We'll see you all on the seas in the morning. The very best of luck to each and every one of you. And remember, people, don't do anything I wouldn't do. If you... Axe Derby, I'm trying to sign off. Thank you very much for joining the Badging and Moat Club. Right. Axe, try again. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. If you do, don't get caught. But if you get caught, you don't know me. All right, guys. Good night.